makeup builds, you know. So I think it does affect people because she gets a lot of belly fat straight away, even if it's like a couple of glasses of wine or, you know, whatever, it just immediately kind of goes to her mid region. So, but yeah, we just have different physiques, I think. So
well,
yeah,
we haven't even checked what's in your mug yet, Nick.
Oh, it's not wine, it's tea.
All right, so Smita just
Tea
joined,
today.
just training, finished training. So Smita, just so you know, also
Yay.
from today, the call might be cut at 40 minutes after the time we started, but I will reconnect again. I know, Liz, if you have to go anytime because you want to train, let's make sure that you answer your questions, because I don't want you to get too full or to get too late before your training session.
And then I can have dinner.
And then you can have dinner. So I just to let you know, Smita, what we were on. We are on Q&As today. No recovery sleep topic today, just Q&As on any topic that you might want to have any Q&As. I was just answering to one of the questions that was posted in WhatsApp. However, I forgot to click record, so I will have to reply to Luan privately, but I will. But before I go to the second question from Luan, Liz, have you got any questions?
Yeah, I'm quite interested in your like morning routine with like, is it the salt water and lemon?
Oh, I do that too.
Do you? How do you find it, Nick, as well? Like, can you feel the difference of what it's meant to bring to you? Like, what are the properties that it's meant to help with?
All right, I let Nick talk, and I tell you my side.
Oh, okay, me first, no pressure. I do it in the mornings. I find it's like a nice way to wake up because you're quite dehydrated when you wake up, or I feel a bit dehydrated when I wake up. So it's a nice way to get, like, I have a pint of hot water and lemon with a bit of salt. And the reason I add salt is because, you know, if you're drinking water, it's best to kind of have it at room temperature. When you add salt, it makes it easier to absorb. And then the lemon helps your body be in a kind of like alkaline state in the morning, which can aid digestion. But it's also like a good way to kind of wake up the system. So I do it because it helps me guarantee that I'm going to get, you know, hydration in the mornings, because if it wasn't for lockdown, I'll be rushing to work and then I'd probably start the day with like a coffee or a tea. You know what I mean? So you're not, you know, I can guarantee that I'm getting at least a pint in me, and yeah, it just makes me feel good. But I don't know, I started doing it a couple of years ago, maybe 4 years ago now, and it's just part of the routine now. I think I saw it somewhere or I copied someone. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And now I do it. But yeah, that's
a good explanation of it. In reality, the person who started this kind of tendency with the lemon, Himalayan salt and water in the morning was called Charles Poliquin, and I don't know if you know about him, but basically Charles Poliquin was one of the biggest influencers for strength and conditioning. He's also one of the creators of a ketogenic diet, almost like not really the creator, but he really believed in the past that you need to earn your carbs, so you only eat your carbs if you train, you don't eat carbs if you don't train. That has been already kind of demystified. We know that any restriction is not good for the body, but there are many of his legacy that are still really useful, and the Himalayan water is one of them. So what happens really is that when we sleep, we lose a lot of liquid through our breathing. So every time we breathe, is water coming out of your mouth or your nose. So when you breathe, you notice that it's like a little bit hotter than normal air. So that humidity is actually water. So it's like if it was a diffuser, you know? Have you got a diffuser at home? If not, then I can show you one.
Yeah.
See that thing there in the corner? So that is blowing air, but the air is actually water. So the same thing happens when we sleep. So as we breathe, we lose a lot of water. I think we lose over 2 liters of water in our sleep. So that is why when we first wake up in the morning, it's recommended to have 12 ounces of lemon water and Himalayan salt. Now, first thing is there is now a tendency into the sports or fitness account, which is hydratate, then caffeinate, which means that you drink your water before you drink your coffee, because there is a belief that caffeine might dehydrate you, deshydrate you, but that is also in between question marks at the moment. But the salt and lemon water for people who trains strength, it is crucial. So for example, my mom, I got her in the same habit, but I told her not to use the salt because my mom doesn't lift. All my clients, Smita, down here, well, down here in my screen, I don't know what in your screen.
Yes,
Smita, when we first started 3 years ago, was one of the first things that I told her to do early in the morning. And what it does, as Nicola just explained, it just gets your guts. So if you imagine at night, we also go through a period of 8 hours of fasting. And during that fasting, our body gets rid of all the toxins. So when we drink the lemon water in the morning, we aiding the body. So we helping the body to finish that process of getting rid of toxins and getting the guts and the gastrointestinal system ready for the food that we are about to digest. And we know that anything citric, lemon, any orange, clementines, they're very good for digestion. And now the Himalayan salt is basically just a better quality of salt if it's true Himalayan salt. And salt is equivalent to electrolytes. So the electrolytes is just to recover you even further from all that water that you lost overnight. That's why also when you drink, if we go back to the previous question, if you go out on a night of drink, it will be really nice if before going to bed, you drink either electrolytes or Himalayan salt with lemon, because that will
except for my birthday.
process. It will stop, I mean, it will prevent you from losing all the liquids that I don't know if you have noticed that when you drink next day you wake up super lean and you're like, oh, I'm gonna drink every day because I'm lean as fuck, but then 2 days later you bloated, because basically what happened is that when you were drunk, your body just got really dry. And then the day after, what your body is gonna do is gonna hold into all that water, or almost the double of the water.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's why when, I don't know if you have noticed, like I have to weigh myself every day for the coach that I have at the moment. And when I got drunk, because I got drunk with Jana last weekend, and I was telling them I'm not very proud, but I did. Got drunk until my teeth. Anyway, and what I was saying is I weighed myself next day and I was a kilo lighter. So no few grams, 1 kilo lighter. But then that day I was hungry as hell. And then next morning I was 2 kilos heavy. So the kilo that I was lighter plus another kilo, because my body just hold into all the water that it could possibly hold on to that day. So that is one. And now I have a second thing to add. So there is something that is called habit stacking. So once you get used to have the lemon water, the lemon Himalayan salt water in the morning, then the second thing that it will be nice for all of you to start having is psyllium husk and L-glutamine. So psyllium husk is a fiber. And what it does for people who suffer from constipation or maybe not going to the toilet every day, or suffer from any digestive issues, psyllium husk is an amazing fiber that will kind of re-establish your microbiome. And then the L-glutamine that has been proved to help to build your microbiome. So this is something that my current coach advised me to do, because I used to suffer a lot with digestion, but I have done a lot of changes that have definitely make my digestion a lot better. And L-glutamine and psyllium has definitely helped me a lot. And that was another one of the things that this guy that I mentioned before. I forgot his name now. What was his name? Oh, my head is go
No
like
pressure.
that. He was called the strength sensei, but the strength sensei, it was one of the things that he said. He said that before 8 a.m. in the morning, because he used to wake up at 6, three things you needed to do was: first, get your lemon salt water; second, get your L-glutamine psyllium husk; and third, get your meats and nuts, because that was his breakfast. So that is all in order to aid digestion. I mean, the first two, the lemon water and the psyllium husk and L-glutamine. And I can write down when we finish this call in the group, I can write down the quantities. It's 5 grams of psyllium husk, 10 grams of L-glutamine, and you're good to start the day. But
do you mix them with anything, or do you just have them as like a spoonful
no,
straight?
you have to actually mix it in the blender, because the psyllium husk is a fiber. So as soon as you put it in contact with the water, it will become like a gel. Like, you know, when you put the chia seeds on the water, it becomes like a gel, but this is even stronger. So if you try to mix it like that or with a shaker, it won't dissolve properly with the water. So you need to mix it with a shaker, and literally after shaking it, straight away drink it, and try to not drink a lot of it. So what I do, my blender has a pot that is this big. This is a little glass. So I put this much of water, and then in there I do the psyllium husk and the glutamine. The reason why I don't put more water is because it tastes disgusting. So you just want to get it done in just one shot, so you don't actually taste it.
Nice.
And
Okay.
if what I'm doing recently is to put some more lemon. I drink like 2 lemons a day.
I'm really lazy. I just mix it in water and drink it. And I got the flavored one. From bulk powders. It's raspberry.
I was going to say, where do you buy them?
But I buy everything from bulk powders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just basically mix it in maybe 2 shot glasses of water, and I just chug it. That's the first thing I have, actually, and then I have my lemon and water after.
Hardcore. At least you finish with the lemon. I like that.
I can vouch for the psyllium husk. My poos have never been better.
Yes, that's what we're all about.
And we only started it last week, because with Smita, we're going through with Smita actually, and this is something that I discussed in one of the calls with her. We find out that she's been eating for so long. She was so obsessed because of her previous training. She was so obsessed on eating only whole grain carbs that she actually, with the time, she become intolerant to that. So not intolerant, but very sensitive to whole grain, or anything complex carbs. And
the gut was used to it. Yeah.
Her digestion, and she found out by herself actually that after a week of just eating simple carbs, she was she used to suffer a lot from being really bloated. And then after a week, she started noticing that she was flat and she was feeling good. And then I did my research, and it makes sense. We become intolerant to everything that we abuse from. For example, at the moment, I cannot eat chicken. I think I ate so much chicken in my life that every time I try chicken, but not the one from Nando's that I can eat, but chicken that I make here at home.
Plain chicken breast. Oh, I know.
It puts my belly like that, and my belly is full of air, and I literally feel like I have food poison every time I eat chicken. So my body is telling me, because I spent literally since my early teen days when I used to swim till my 30s eating chicken, and only chicken and fish. With fish, I'm okay, but with the chicken, I just cannot eat. And even in the smell of it, it makes me feel sick. So we go through phases, and that's why it's important that we keep a balance on everything we do, because everything we restrict, we would like to have it more, and everything we abuse from, our body will start to rejecting it at some point. So our body needs, there is all the products out there that in the nature or within the animals or within whatever a human has created, that we actually need a little bit of all those things. I will say the more natural the better, even with the carbs. So you can still have like sourdough bread, which is made by humans, but is mainly just wheat and seeds, and depending on what it is on it. But obviously the more processed the food is, the less nutrition content it will have.
Yeah.
Okay. This might cut down anytime soon in 5 minutes, but if it cuts down, I will log in again if you ladies want to continue. I know
I've got a quick question then.
Yes.
I'm going to do shoulders today, girls. What exercise should I do as a finisher?
For shoulders, lateral raises.
Yeah. I knew you'd say that,
Yeah,
Slow.
I'd say that.
Do you want me to do slow?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Hold?
you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
2-second hold at the top, please.
Oh, man.
So either that,
Totally.
or you can instead. It depends on how burn you want, how much you want to feel the burn. So you can either do that. That's for the strength. But if you want to feel like a finisher normally is like you want to feel like you kill the shoulders. So I will do a drop set. And a drop set means that you will do, for example, you start with the fives. Dun, dun, with no tempo, just going up and down, continue up and down until, let's say, you do 15 to 20. Drop them with the fours. Again, don't try to keep the same amount of reps and drop one more time, lighter, and go again.
Okay,
So,
I got this.
Or you can do a superset of dumbbell lateral raises, dumbbell, and then superset with cable lateral raises. So you give a different stimulus.
Naughty.
Yeah.
Because
praying all the matrix machines are taken.
So your job is to let us
know. I'll do it. I've been keeping you proud, Stella. I've still been doing them.
Okay. No, you're looking fun.
Yeah, let us know what you do.
You need to
I will do. I'll post it.
I think
I do. I will do. But yeah, it was really nice to join. I'm glad I could come.
Okay.
All right. Take care. Have a good workout session.
Thanks, guys. Nice to see you.
Bye, Liz.
Bye. I'm going to use this opportunity that Liz is gone. I'm going to end up this call and we're going to join again. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. I can get more tea.
Join the same link. That's it. The same link. Okay? Don't worry.
Okay.
Same link.
All right.